Those days. I remember those days.
Hello, Vital Community. This is Tommy, and welcome to another musical adventure. And today's adventure, I thought, have a little fun because this weekend is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day here in the United States. Father's Day is this Sunday, so I thought that I would throw on my Grateful Dad shirt. That's clever, right? And show you or do a Gimme 5. Give me 5 albums that are about fatherhood, tributes or whatever you want to call them. These are 5 that I picked out of my collection that I felt like were father albums, father-centric albums. Of course, this goes without saying, it's a challenge for you guys on a Gimme 5 to do Gimme 5 fatherhood albums. And so if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do it. Subscribe, comment down below. If you don't want to do a video and you just want to comment down below. There's probably some that I didn't think of. So here's your opportunity to chime in with your own thoughts and ideas. But I really would love for you guys to do a video. If you do a video, put it in the comments down there. I'd appreciate it. So give me 5 albums about fatherhood. We're going to start with an obvious one, the first one that came to mind, the Blue Note classic, Song for My Father by the Horace Silver Quintet. Now, all Steely Dan remarks aside, this was an album that was recorded by the Horace Silver Quintet as a tribute to his dad. So, there you go, Song for My Father. So we got that one out of the way. Now we can do some, I don't know, maybe not so obvious ones. Another one that came to mind is a favorite album of mine. I've talked about it on this channel before. Some of you are big fans of it. Some of you are really like, ugh, like really, this album again? But it has its fan base. But it is the Frank Sinatra album, Watertown. This album was pretty much panned, and it was a flop when it came out. I think it is an incredible album. It's a concept album, and it is about a lady who leaves this gentleman with his children. And so this album is this sort of him lamenting about her. He's writing letters to her and everything. But he is a father, and so, of course, Frank was a father himself. But yeah, Watertown by Frank Sinatra, which is an album that's about fatherhood. Another one that came to mind was what I was talking with earlier with my friend Sean. Hi, Sean. This was the album by Sly and the Family Stone. This is Small Talk. And of course, the album features on the front cover, there is Sly with his young family. But this album has a lot of stuff on here like Small Talk, sort of talking to his son. Of course, Loose Booty, which most Beastie Boys fans know. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. It's a great track. And of course, Time for Living. This was one of those later Sly Stone records that didn't do as well, I don't think, commercially. But this was him sort of dealing with becoming a father, being a dad, and sort of a tribute to that. And so this is sort of a more mature Sly Stone. Of course, like I said, Small Talk, Living While I'm Living, Time is Love, This is Love. So there's a lot of stuff on here, about family and anyway, Small Talk. Okay, that was number 3. Here is number 4, Sturgill Simpson's A Sailor's Guide to Earth. This album was very regarded when it came out. People love this. Is it a country album? Maybe just in the fact that Sturgill has an accent. This album's such an interesting album. I mean, there's a little bit of Memphis soul in here, yeah, there's a little bit of country, a little bit of rock and roll. I think Sturgill, one of the great things about Sturgill Simpson is that he really blurs a lot of genre lines. But this album was an album that he sort of did as a tribute to his newly born son. This was all about him coming to grips with fatherhood, what it was going to be like, and so a lot of the songs are dedicated to his kiddo, and it's just a great album. But A Sailor's Guide to Earth by Sturgill Simpson, a great fatherhood album right here. And finally, the last one is a little bit darker, but it is definitely a sort of family album, really kind of the breakup of family. Marvin Gaye's Hear My Dear. This is one of those later Marvin Gaye records that is hard to listen to. I'll be honest with you. Of course, the story on this album, and I wanted to show you guys like some of the artwork that's included here. But one of the things about this album was Marvin Gaye had broken up with his wife, Anna Gordy, daughter of Berry Gordy, the head of his label, Motown. But this album was, the story is, the short of it is, the judge ruled that his next album had to be, the proceeds from it, the royalties, everything was going to go to his wife as part of the divorce settlement. Now, most people would have probably just turned in just a pile of garbage as an album. Marvin, being Marvin, did not do that. And he went in and actually recorded this heartfelt album that dealt with losing his wife, his family coming apart. He accuses her of not letting him see his children, and so it's a difficult album. It's not pleasant, but and of course the album's not really, I guess, a fatherhood album per se in the strictest sense. I mean, it does talk about him losing his kids in this divorce and the pain of doing that. It's more about him losing his wife. And so it's an emotional roller coaster. So maybe it's a stretch to call this a fatherhood album. It came to mind when I was thinking about doing this list, but it's really just a breakup album more than anything. But it does kind of, as a stretch, he does talk about his kids on there. So I put it in the list. So that's my Gimme 5 albums for fatherhood. Last one, a little bit of a downer. The rest of them, okay. But so what do you guys think? Give me 5 fatherhood albums. Happy Father's Day to the dads out there. And I hope everyone is doing well. And we've got some great content coming up. There is a brand new album on the horizon. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. Little album that's coming out. I believe it's next week. And I'm going to do a review on it. And stay tuned for that if you're a fan of the power pop and the great music. I'll be talking about that album very, very soon. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.